Shiloh Jolie-Pitt rebrands as She, a new era. For Angelina and Brad's daughter. Begins. In a city where reinvention is a rite of passage, and identity is often as fluid as the roles played on screen, a familiar name has taken on a new shape. 19-year-old Shiloh Jolie-Pitt, the daughter of Hollywood icons Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, has quietly stepped into her next chapter, publicly reintroducing herself not as the Shiloh the world once knew, but simply as Shy. The reveal came not on a red carpet or in the pages of a glossy magazine, but in a subtle and stylish nod to her evolving identity. At the Isabel Marant collection launch in Los Angeles on May 29th, a dance performance stole the spotlight. But it wasn't just the choreography or the haunting beauty of Luella's new song Naive that caught eyes. It was the name tied to the moves. Choreography by Shy. Yes, that Shy. The daughter of two of the most photographed people on Earth. A girl born into a whirlwind of flashing cameras and relentless media curiosity. A girl who, from the moment of her birth, became a symbol of celebrity legacy. And now, a young woman carving her own identity, one careful step at a time. A new name, a new beginning. The choreography, executed by Keone Rose and Tako Suzuki, marked She's professional debut under her new name. No fanfare, no big announcement, just a quiet, confident step onto the creative stage. It was a reintroduction, not just of a name, but of a persona. Variety confirmed the subtle but powerful shift. Shy, not Shiloh, was credited for the artistic direction. A clean slate, a soft break from the past. One might call it a signature move of someone who grew up in the shadows of global superstardom and is now writing her own lines, on her own terms. But this isn't the first time Shy has distanced herself from her famous last name. Just a year ago, shortly after her 18th birthday, she reportedly petitioned to legally drop Pitt from her surname, opting to move forward as Shiloh Jolie. Now, the evolution continues. From Shiloh Jolie-Pitt to Shiloh Jolie to just Shy. Each step, a quiet declaration of independence. She's not alone. In this, Shy's name change may be grabbing headlines, but she isn't the only Jolie-Pitt sibling making calculated strides into a new professional era. The Jolie-Pitt children, once the tabloid darlings of a modern-day Hollywood dynasty, are growing up, and they're doing so with thoughtful precision. Last year, Shy's younger sister Vivienne made a low-key yet meaningful entrance into the world of theater. At just 16, she worked as a producer's assistant on The Outsiders, the stage adaptation of the classic coming-of-age tale. But the biggest reveal wasn't just her involvement in the project, it was the name printed on the playbill. Vivienne Jolie. No Pitt, just Jolie. For some, that detail might seem minor. For those paying attention, it's a signal. A signal that these kids are writing their own narratives, not content to ride the wave of their parents' fame. And according to Angelina herself, Vivienne's involvement was far more than a resume booster. "My daughter Viv loves theater," Jolie told Deadline in an emotional interview last June. "She appreciates all theater, but she certainly knows what she feels close to and what she responds to." For all their privilege and pedigree, it seems the Jolie-Pitt kids are navigating the delicate terrain of identity with uncommon grace. Born in the spotlight, raised to be private. The transformation of Shiloh into She is not just a name change, it's a window into a bigger conversation about privacy, individuality, and the price of fame. Angelina Jolie, no stranger to the press herself, has long maintained a protective shield around her children. It's easy to forget that behind the headlines and glamour, these are young people figuring out who they are, just like everyone else. Except their figuring out happens under a microscope. Every haircut, every appearance, every Instagram post is dissected, debated, and devoured by the public. So when someone like Shy makes a move like this, it matters. It matters because it's brave. It matters because it's human. And it matters because it's hers. The bigger picture. As the Jolie-Pitt children continue to grow into themselves, they're offering the world something rare in Hollywood: authenticity. Not the curated kind you find on influencer feeds or reality TV confessionals, but the real, raw kind that comes from choosing who you want to be. even when the world already thinks it knows who you are. She isn't trying to make a splash. She's crafting a ripple effect, one that may eventually carry her far from the orbit of her parents' fame and into a space that's entirely her own. Will she follow a path in dance, film, music? We don't know. And maybe that's the point. The journey is hers. The name is hers. The identity is hers. And for now, that's more than enough.